The Mountain and the Boy. A story of purpose, struggle, and the power of never giving up. Chapter 1. The Boy with No Name. In a small, forgotten village nestled in a deep valley, there lived a boy. No one remembered when he had arrived. He had simply always been there. He had no parents, no siblings, and no name. The villagers called him Boy or You. Some didn't call him anything at all. He lived in an abandoned shed, ate scraps, and worked in exchange for bread. The villagers weren't cruel, just indifferent. They were busy with their own worries, their own lives. To them, the boy was just part of the scenery, but deep inside, the boy knew he was meant for more. He would often stare at the towering mountain of fire, the massive snow-capped peak in the distance that touched the heavens. No one ever climbed it, not because it was forbidden, but because it was believed to be impossible. Many had tried, old men would say. None have returned. But the boy believed that something, a truth, a destiny, a name waited for him at the top. And so, on his 16th birthday, with no money, no map, and no company, the boy stood up, packed a small bag, and began to walk toward the mountain. Chapter 2. The First Fall. The journey started simply. He walked for days through forests, over hills, across rivers. He was hungry often, tired always, but something inside him burned brighter than his fatigue. On the 12th day, he reached the mountain's base. The climb began. The path was steep, the air thinner, the winds sharp. After only a few hours of climbing, his foot slipped. He tumbled down a slope, crashing into rocks, bruised and bleeding. A traveler found him unconscious and carried him to a nearby town. When the boy awoke, a healer asked, "Why would someone like you try to climb a mountain no one can conquer?" The boy whispered, "Because it's there, and because I'm here." The healer shook her head. "That mountain takes lives. It's not worth it." But the boy smiled. "I'm not climbing it because it's easy. I'm climbing it to find out who I am." 3 weeks later, his wounds still aching, he set off again. Chapter 3. The Forest of Echoes. The boy's path now led him through a strange forest. It was silent. No birds, no wind, only the sound of his own breathing. Then, as night fell, whispers began to echo from the trees. "You are nothing. You will fail. No one will care if you never return. You don't matter." The boy clutched his ears, but the voices came from inside. His own doubts, fears, and forgotten memories echoing louder than any scream. But he didn't run. Instead, he sat beneath a tree and whispered, "Even if no one believes in me, I will still walk. Even if no one remembers me, I will remember why I started." The echoes fell silent. He walked out of the forest at sunrise, stronger,